Good morning. My name is Mike Shibata, and I would like to welcome you to today's service. We will begin our service with opening meditation, followed by Nemutsu. Please join me in placing your hands together in Gasho.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Namanda.
Happy Easter to our Christian friends and for those of you who observe any part of the Easter celebration. Please rise for the singing of the Gatha, morning Gatha, verses 1 through 3. This is you can find it on page 184 of the service book. This will be followed by recitation of our pledge and Nemutsu on the inside of the back cover.
Our pledge. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu.
Please join in the chanting of the Sutra Sambutsuge on page 82 of the service book. Mimi Pablo will lead the chanting. During the Sutra chanting, we'll have Oshoko, or incense offering, by the following: Dharma School student Andrew Kawaguchi, adult Sandra Kano.
Kogen Gigi Ijin Mugok Nyoze Myo Muyo Tosha Nichigatsumani Shuko Enyo Kashi Zonte Yunyaku Jumok Nyorai Yogen Jose Murin Shogaku Dayon Koru Jipo Kaimon Shojin Sanmai Chie Iptoku Muryo Shushokeu Jintai Senen Shobutsu Okai Gujin Jino Kugo Gaitai Mumyo Yokunu Seison Yomu Nin Oshishi Jintoku Muryo Kuku Kodai Chie Jinmyo Komyo Iso Shindo Daisen Gaga Sabu Zaisho Kado Shoji Mifugeratsu Fuse Shoi Aini Shojin Nyoze Sanmai Chie Ijo Gosei Tokubutsu Fugyo Shigan Isaiku
세손 지혜 무게 조려시손 지가 신겨 계려신지 쇼크도그주 각여쇼진 ninjufuke 나만다부 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 가니시그도그 뼈도세이사이 돈보다이신 어저 안라고 나만다우츠 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 나만다우츠
We will now listen to a Dharma talk, our Dharma message by Reverend Kansas Shibata.
Good morning. Well, happy Easter again to all of our Christian friends and our friends today who also observe it with your families. So I hope everybody's been having a great weekend with the beautiful weather. And I have one question. How many of you, maybe two questions, how many of you play musical instruments? By a show of hands. Okay, so what do you play? What musical instruments do you play? Shamisen. Right. How long have you been playing? 7 years? Wow. Okay. What about Dharma class? George, what do you play? Violin? How long have you been playing? Since 4th grade? Wow, hidden talent. Okay. Anybody else? I saw hands over here. Candy? Piano. And Darlene, of course, organ. And Kathy plays the piano. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? Andrew, did I miss you? No? Okay. So some of us, I remember Carrie used to play the piano. And violin too? And violin? Oh, okay. Don't be shy. Okay. So I think that's so beautiful that so many of you play musical instruments. And I don't know if I told you before, but I played the flute like George. I started in 4th grade. I played until 8th grade. And I played like in elementary school, played at Delta Sierra Middle. And I was also a member of the Stockton Bukyo Taiko group when it first started. And along with Carrie, Kim, my sister, and the Nomura sisters too, I think we all played together. And it was a wonderful way for us to come together here at the temple to play taiko. And I think I played until high school, through high school. I remember that because I think I had a perm, and there's like a picture of us when I had a really big perm. So I actually made my comeback to taiko. I can't say that I've been a regular, but I made my comeback to taiko at the combined retirement and welcome party for Reverend Motoyoshi and myself when we reopened during the pandemic. So I remember when I was first interested in playing a musical instrument in the 4th grade, and the band and the orchestra at Elkhorn Elementary School, where I was attending, had an open house for students. And I really wanted to play the violin. I don't know, I think I just had this dream, and I thought it was just so beautiful back then, too. But when I was introduced to the teacher and I tried to hold it, it felt very awkward for me, right? I had never played, never held a violin before, and I was in the 4th grade, so I had no idea what I was doing. However, my dream of playing the violin was crushed and shut down, and I still remember the teacher saying, maybe she should try another instrument. I wonder where my anxiety stemmed from, my lack of confidence, I wonder. But luckily, my interest, maybe my failure as a violin player, turned into this passion to play the flute. And I loved playing with one of my best friends, Michelle Bagaleos. So of course, like any other student, we had to start from the very beginning. We had to learn how the flute worked. We had to learn how to hold it and roll the mouthpiece to our lips, and how to read music, and really how to position our fingers for each note. So, right, we start off very, very slowly in the beginning. However, Michelle and I, we would practice all of the time, and she only lived 2 blocks away from me, so I remember walking down the street with my flute to practice at her home. I feel so sorry for her parents because we went over there often, but we had a lot of fun. And Eventually, it just felt really effortless and just really beautiful that 2 friends could play the flute together, and we always sat next to each other. And so I still have very, very fond memories of spending that time with Michelle. So recently, I was introduced to the guitar by someone special, and I've been trying to learn. And I'm not sure if it's because I'm 47 years old now, I'm not in the 4th grade, but I'm having a really hard time learning. I can't remember anything. I can't remember like chords or where to put my fingers, or, I mean, it's just been really, really frustrating, to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I meant to play the guitar. But it's just something I admire about this person because it seems really effortless when he plays. And so I wanted to just kind of talk about that, and how do we relate that to this very, very specific term in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. So again, when we first start to play music, whether it's a piano, flute, guitar, and even using our own voice for music, we often start with effort and great intention, and of course a little bit of struggle. We look at our hands, we count the beats, maybe we're tapping our feet. When I'm chanting, I'm still tapping my foot. I don't know if you noticed that. We think twice about where we're going to place our fingers. It can feel awkward and uncertain and very mechanical in nature, right? There's not a lot of flow that happens when we're first learning. But as I mentioned, something does happen over time. As we keep practicing, we begin to just let go. The music just continues to flow through us, and we don't, quote unquote, try so hard anymore. It just naturally happens. And there's a moment when we realize that the music is really playing us, right? Have you ever listened to something really, really beautiful and it just flows in your mind, in your body, and it just kind of takes you to another place? We really just surrender to maybe the rhythm or the harmony or the sound that's even beyond our conscious control. There is something really beautiful about music too. It could bring us back to a time, a place, a person, and it really just tugs at your heartstrings. Is this microphone on? I try to do puns and nobody's like getting them or laughing, so this is a really tough crowd. Anyways, so in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, Shinran Shonin, our founder, spoke of this concept called Jinen Honi. And this naturalness is how we want to refer to Amida Buddha's working in our lives. So Jinen refers to itself or natural, and it signifies being made so, not through our own efforts as a practitioner of Buddhism or even our own calculations, but of course through the working of Amida Buddha's compassion for all of us. And honi means truth or suchness, so it refers to this inherent nature of things just as they are, without any distortion or any of our self-centered thinking. So when combined, Jin and Honi, it means the spontaneous and natural unfolding of the truth, or the freedom and spontaneity that arises from being led by the compassion of the Buddha. So in essence, Jin and Honi describes a state where one isn't striving. We're not striving for a certain way, but rather it's just flowing through us, this wisdom and compassion. It's naturally and spontaneously in alignment with Amida Buddha's compassionate vow. And so this maybe state or awareness is achieved through our deep faith and reliance upon Amida's compassion and wisdom rather than all of our self-efforts. So again, it's not something that we create or force or calculate, and it's not about being good enough or being quote-unquote quote, pure enough to be born into Amida's Pure Land or to be embraced by Amida's wisdom and compassion. Just like how music arises and we just stop trying to be something that we're not or trying to produce music, it reminds us that it's always unnaturally folding in our lives. And it can be seen anywhere, really. I mean, even when we think about music, music happens all of the time, and it just, I don't know if you really think about it, but when you hear music, do you hear individual instruments being played? Can you hear the drums? Can you hear the flute or the violin or whatever it might be? So when we just let things kind of naturally flow, it allows us to be able to deeply hear the teachings and listening to the Nembutsu, like Namu Amida Butsu. So, and as we know, Amida Buddha is always saying like, hey, you're doing great. I'm always embracing you. You're going to be just fine. I know you're struggling, but you're going to be just fine. And this is our way to deeply hear, is to kind of just let go just a little bit and just deeply hear this calling voice of Amida Buddha. So when we truly hear this, we don't need to perform. We don't need to stress about hitting the right notes, whether or not that's when we're playing music or hitting the right notes in life. We just play. We just live our lives with sincerity, with openness, and of course with deep gratitude. And slowly the Dharma just begins to move through us, and we'll be able to view the world with Dharma eyes and Dharma ears and Dharma hearts and minds. So again, the Dharma just will move through us like music we didn't know that we already carried inside our hearts and minds. So I hope that I don't give up playing the guitar, but I hope that you continue to play your instruments or continue to enjoy the music of your lives as well. Please join me in Gassho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namanda.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message. Please rise for the singing of the Gatha Farewell on page 156 of the service book. This will be followed by recitation of the Golden Chain and Nembutsu on page 5.
Golden chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda.
For announcements, Sangha Fellowship Sundays are bringing the Sangha together through having fun. We will meet in the gym today after the service or after the coffee hour, and this will be until 2 p.m. There will be no services next Sunday due to the Federation of Dharma School Teachers League Conference at the Gardena Buddhist Temple next weekend. YB is asking for donations to help raise money to help new Kaikyoshi BCA ministers. This fund is known as the Koromo Fund, and it is now we're now accepting donations until next Sunday. Reverend Candace's online book club will meet on April 23rd at 6:30 p.m. This will be via Zoom. Please contact Reverend Candace if you are interested in joining. Temple scholarship applications are now available. Dharma Friends Taiko session will be held on the first Sunday of May, May 4th at 11:30. At the same time, there will also be a Sangha Fellowship Sunday. Everyone is invited. Hatsumadi, our first Buddhist service, will be held on May 18 in conjunction with our Gotana service. Please see the Karma for more information. You can buy gift cards from the temple. See the Karma for the list of businesses and the amounts of gift cards available. Cans and plastic bottles are now being collected by YVA. Please leave your recyclables in the wine barrels by the mini chapel. Following this service, there will be coffee hour or friendship hour in the mini chapel. The temple is now in the process of wearing name tags during the service and coffee hours. This is in an effort to be more friendly or help our guests and fellow members know who you are. Are there any other announcements?
This is an announcement, but I just wanted to wish my minister's assistant, May Pablo, a very happy birthday. Today's her birthday, so sorry to embarrass you, but happy birthday. Thank you for leading the chanting on your birthday. I just kind of sprung it on you too, so that's my present to you, is more practice. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful birthday. Thanks.
The Yaba is having a fundraiser. You can purchase tickets for Da Vinci meals. I think Fred is selling tickets in the foyer. The dates for the Da Vinci is Monday, April 28th through Monday, May 5th. And you can pick up food from any of the local Da Vinci businesses. If there are no other announcements, you're dismissed for classes, and coffee are in the mini chapel.
Recently, well, he got one. He donated to the church because he even has a book, Guitar for Dummies. Yeah, I need that. That's what I need. It's hard. Yeah, it's something to manage, but I might maybe and see maybe if that might be easier. I don't know. Smaller, easier. I don't know. I'll bring that book in for you. Thank you. Yeah, maybe I need that instead. Yeah, thank you. Hi, baby. Hi. Did you just notice? We were chanting down here today. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're just practicing getting them more.
Okay. I almost raised my hand last week and said, I never see those things, up the elephants and the
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I thought,